Hey there, and welcome back to Let's Play Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2019. In today's episode, we will be facing the meat of our out-of-conference schedule, with games against USC, Norfolk State, and UVA. We start with our marquee home game on the slate, as the University of Southern California Trojans come to Williamsburg. While USC's basketball program is not as strong as their football team, they have made 16 trips to the NCAA tournament, including in 2016 and 2017. The scouting report suggests that USC will be slight favourites in the game, even accounting for our home court advantage. My assistant thinks that Vidoni has an advantage at point guard, but that USC's wings could cause us a problem. In particular, my coach identified Charlie Gilbert as an important player for the Trojans. The 6'7" small forward is an excellent all-around threat, even if he hasn't been scoring many points so far this year. Stephen Hoyer also seems like he will be hard for us to match up against. The 6'6" junior is highly rated and has put up some numbers to start the season. USC has a perfect 4-0 record to start the year, having just won the Palmetto Shootout, a preseason tournament. Here's a look at the starting lineups from Kaplan Arena. A lot of experience on the floor for both teams. A fierce inside battle between Hoyer and Johnson, but USC gets the bucket. A nice three-pointer for Adam Pawley. Hahn makes the inside move and gets the layup. A tray for Johnson. Dudley drives to the basket but is blocked. Vidoni with the steal, and then a foul on the other end. Dudley knocks down the free throws. Turnover by USC. Beck drives and makes the layup. Rick Ballas makes the three on the other end for the Trojans. A steal by Pawley, and he throws it up to Vidoni for the dunk. A three by USC, but Toole comes back with an inside J of his own. Good work from the backup center. Saunders drives and dunks, down to an 8-point lead. So at halftime it's USC 32, William and Mary 40. A great 20 minutes of basketball against a Pac-12 outfit. We out-battled the Trojans on the boards, though we were only 3 for 13 from 3-point land. Adam Pawley leads all scorers so far with 9, while Beck has 8 with 5 rebounds. A block on the perimeter by Williams. Beck lays it in. Good sequence to start the second half. A three-pointer for Benton. Beck sends it in. A dunk for the center. Hoyer with the putback. It's now just a one-possession game. Outside shot for USC. Tight game now. Pawley misses a shot. Benton hits his on the other end as USC leads by 1. Johnson makes the bucket and gets fouled. He makes the back end of the three-point play. A nice bucket for Toole. Another score for Toole, good game by him. Dudley hits the 3, back to just a 1-point game. Beck's shot gets blocked. On the other end, USC makes the bucket. They've shown their class in the second half. Nunn's shot. Missed. Rebounded by Williams. Vidoni hits the tray. Saunders makes the shot. 6-point lead. Another bucket for Saunders. He's been bullying us inside. A steal by Dudley. And a score. Free for Benton. We've battled hard today, but unfortunately we've come up short. Vidoni hits a consolation shot. So USC wins by the score of 80-73, a 15-point swing in the second half. Perhaps better conditioning was the key for them today? While it's good to be able to run with USC, the final result is somewhat disappointing. We went only 6 for 28 from 3, which may have been the difference in the end. Dampier put up 20 for USC, as did Beck for us. James Williams struggled, scoring only 2 points as Hoyer shut him down. Owen Benton was the player of the game for USC. He scored 15 and filled up the rest of his stat sheet well. Our second game of the day will be against the Norfolk State Spartans. Norfolk State is the closest Division I campus to Williamsburg, located less than an hour away down the James River. Their basketball program's most famous moment came in 2012, when, as a 15th seed in the NCAA tournament, they defeated the 2 seed Missouri. They have started the season 3-2, with an impressive win on the road at SEC program Vanderbilt, as well as a win at home against Liberty. The scouting report shows the two teams as being evenly matched across the board. However, my assistant does think that Darius Miller, Norfolk State sophomore center, could be a threat to do us some damage. The starting lineups. Jones hits a 3 for the first points of the game. A steal for Norfolk State leads to a layup on the other end. Williams hits the inside shot for us. Davis knocks down the 3, a bad start to the game for William and Mary. 3-pointer for Oliver. Nunn drives and lays it in. Davis hits a 3 on the other end. 16-11 now. Davis gets the putback. Boston steals the ball from Marv Ray and scores. Davis knocks down another shot, an 8-point lead now. Nunn throws the ball out of bounds. We're really struggling today. Davis takes it to a 10-point game. Harris drives and makes the bucket. Davis hits the 3, and the lead is now 17 for Norfolk State. They've just been out-shooting us throughout this first half. Toole lays it up and in. Williams makes a shot for the Spartans. A steal by Harris and a dunk by Miller on the break. Miller bullies Beck inside and gets the basket. Vidoni gets the rebound and the bucket, 48-38. Johnson drives and cuts the deficit to just 8. Nice shot by Williams. A steal by Johnson leads to a dunk by Pauly. A rebound and an and one for Beck. Oh, but he misses the free throw. Chance for Norfolk State, and Williams makes the free to end the half. Norfolk State 53, William & Mary 46 to end the first period. Very little defence on either side, but they have outshot us from the perimeter, with 8 threes for them, but just 1 for us. Davis and Vidoni have been the standouts at guard. James Williams hits a bucket to start the second half. Herb Harris hits a free for Norfolk State. Vidoni gets another basket, that's 17 points on the day for him now. Boston hits a free on the other end though as the shootout continues. Jones knocks down the shot and takes it back to a double-digit lead. And now a tray for Boston. This game is starting to slip out of reach. Davis drives and gets the easy layup. Our defense has not been good enough today. Oliver knocks down a shot. Pauly hits a free, but we would need a real rally to get back into this game. Davis makes the shot, and that might be the dagger. Miller's shot takes Norfolk State to 92 points on the night. We're really going to have to figure out what's going wrong on the defensive end before our conference schedule starts. A 10-point win in the end for the Norfolk State Spartans. A poor home loss against a team we should have been more competitive against. They completely outshot us in all 3 categories, especially from beyond the line. Vidoni had a good night, while NSU's production was more diversified, with 6 players reaching double digits. Boston wins player of the game. For our final game of the season, we'll be facing the University of Virginia Cavaliers, our state's premier program. Located a few hours away, in Charlottesville, the school was founded by William & Mary alum Thomas Jefferson, and has had some notable basketball successes. In the game, they started the season very strongly, winning their first 6 games, but then dropped their 2 most recent contests. My assistant does not give us a good chance of winning. Hey guys, future Jamie here. Pauly actually came into this game carrying a minor injury, which would probably have kept him out, especially this early on in the season. I'm sure that if I had been paying more attention I would have noticed before the game started and pulled him out of the lineup, but I didn't. I remember this being an issue when I played previous versions of the game. There's limited notifications for injuries. As far as I'm aware, when a player is injured, an indication comes up on the roster screen and on their player page, but nothing else. In-game, their energy drops. In comparison, other sports games that I play, like Out of the Park, Baseball, and Football Manager, do a much better job at indicating to the user that one of their players is injured. Perhaps future versions of DDSCB could have a red highlight on players who are injured, for example, or a pop-up and pause if you try and start a game with an injured player. You really shouldn't be able to miss that one of your guys is hurt, especially when you only have 15 players on the roster. In any event, I noticed after a couple of minutes of this game that Pauly shouldn't be in, and pulled him. It didn't make that big of a difference to this game in particular, but it's still an issue. Now let's get back to the game and see how we can do against the Cavaliers. Mannheimer drives and gets the and one. He knocks down the free throw. A steal for UVA allows Minton to throw down the dunk. Vidoni knocks down the three. Tool drives, but his shot is blocked and recovered by the Cavs. A free for Virginia. Holmes knocks down the outside shot, already a 7-point lead. Tool drives and gets the dunk. His impressive start to the season looks like more than just a flash in the pan. Dudley hits the three, bringing it back to a one-possession game. But DeGala hits his own three-point shot before the shot clock expires. A tray for Mannheimer. With Paulie injured, I'm going to try Chris Johnson at the 2. But now a free for Colbert. They just have so many players who can outshoot us. Another free for DeGala. UVA opening up a big lead already. Vidoni gets fouled. Oh, but he misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Costly. Mannheimer hits the free on the other end. That's the kind of swing we just can't afford. Strome hits the three-pointer just before the buzzer. That's going to take us to the half at 41-23 in favour of Virginia. The higher quality of a top-level team is really shining through. A nice jump shot to start the second half by Johnson, who's filling in at the 2. Beck drives, and fouled. Makes the first, misses the second. Rebounded by Nunn. Out to Williams, who hits the 3. Good little sequence for us right there. DeGala hits the 3. Crosby knocks down a shot, now a 25-point game as they really run us off the floor. Tool gets the basket. And that's the end of the game. Almost a 30-point loss. UVA's defense was extremely constricting. We made only 1 out of every 3 shots from the field. No William and Mary player even made it into double digits. Just a terrible job of us on offense, but also UVA being a great defensive team. DeGala was huge against us. 24 points and 9 rebounds. That's a real star player. Before we end the episode, here's a quick look at Paulie's injury. He won't be out for too long, but it's still a significant loss for us. A bad episode as we go 0-3 and have now lost 4 on the bounce. This is just what life is like at a small school sometimes. The USC performance was okay, but the second half of that game and then the loss to Norfolk State were both not up to par. Virginia was a blowout, but that was to be expected. Next time we'll start heading to our conference schedule, as the action really starts to kick off. Be sure to join us then for another episode of Let's Play Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2019.